Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome in to the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel Thursday night live show. Thank you guys so very much for joining me, and excuse the YouTube upload. I just uploaded a video to YouTube that was actually uploaded like an hour and a half ago, but YouTube is being kind of wonky tonight. In fact, this live show is being run on a new platform because YouTube is not using Google Hangouts going forward. As far as I read, so I had to work in the third party. You probably see my live subscriber count over here and all that, which is cool. I like that. But in case anything goes wrong, you guys know what's up. So give me a big thumbs up. Audio, video, everything looks okay, right? Everything is good. Everything looks and sounds okay. I just want to make sure that this platform that I'm using right now is working properly. And then we'll jump right into this video. I actually had some people talk to me today about the live shows, and I want to stick to topic and keep on rolling. So it looks like we got over 40 people in here. Thank you, guys. Yeah, what's up, Patrick and Adam? How you going to do it? Everything is good. Cool. Everything sounds good. Looks good. Awesome. Got some yeses from the chat. So let's get on to it. The video of today was... Charlotte Russe closes all their stores. So if you didn't hear about it, didn't see the video, go watch it after this live stream's over. It'll be one video below. Also, if you haven't heard, Payless Shoe Stores closing all of their stores. We did a video on that. Gymboree and Crazy Eights also closing. They did sell off the Janie and Jack version of their store, the high-end kids part of their clothing business. And then Victoria's Secret's struggling. I posted a post on Instagram today about Victoria's Secret. Something like, it was either 2.3 million or 3.2 million customers that have shopped at Victoria's Secret have not been back to Victoria's Secret in 12 months or some kind of number around that area. And they track their customers and their purchases. Now, that's not to say somebody couldn't have bought with a friend or something else, but that number is pretty accurate. And so that shows another company in the mall, you know, another company that's located mostly in malls. I don't know if any of them are outside the malls, very few of them, struggling. And I wanted to present two questions today and then one thing of how you can make money and take advantage of these situations. So, yeah, and the dollar store, yeah, dollar store is the other one I have a video tomorrow of. Dollar store closed 400, but I'll touch on dollar store in a minute because dollar stores... issues are not really that big of a deal as far as issues go. Victoria's Secret issues are big. So the Victoria's Secret, why, you know, we went over why companies go out of business, and we've talked about on this channel, like not adapting, not changing your merchandise, not targeting the right customers, not changing your target or starting to envelop more customers. And so Payless just stuck with their old brands that aren't that great of quality. Their prices never were competitive with the other people. Payless back in the day was like the cheap shoe place. Now I went in there and looked at the prices. They look like everyone else's prices, but cheap Payless, you know, brands and things that don't really come to mind as name brands or don't hold up as well. And most people agreed with that in the chat in the comment section. So that was Payless's downfall. Gymboree, I believe, for the kids' clothes was just too high a price. Maybe somebody that's shopped at Gymboree or has kids can tell me their prices were just really high, right? I think Gymboree was just super outrageously priced compared to most people. And then when we move to Victoria's Secret having issues, it's because of their customer base. Victoria's Secret prices are generally high, but the main thing with Victoria's Secret is, you know, you watch the fashion show and you have 100-pound, 90-pound models, angels walking the runway, and Victoria's Secret, their sizes stop at a certain point. And so they're not catering to bigger busted women. They're not catering to bigger plus size women. They never have. And in fact, if you look back at a letter that a interview that the CEO or CFO of Victoria's Secret did with Vogue, he says that in an interview that they tried to do in the mid or early 2000s a fashion show to include plus size models, or I think they even might have touched on including a transsexual in the fashion show, and that there was no interest in that, and that they nixed the idea of ever changing their brand or their inventory to cater to those demographics. And so first of all, you don't go in public and say that sort of thing ever to anyone. That's just rude and ignorant. Second of all, even if we put that aside to the rudeness of that statement, which is ridiculous for a CEO or anyone to say, That's bad business to cut out. I mean, think about how big of a market the plus size or big busted women truly are. I mean, that's a huge genre, and not even talking, forget about bras or underwear or whatever Victoria's Secret sells. Limiting yourself as a niche is fine, but if you're in a marketplace where you have to cater to customers of all shapes and sizes and sorts, you're going to have a real problem when you immediately cut out 50% of the market and just say, I'm not going to sell products that fit bigger women or bigger busted or plus size. And that goes for any business. The minute that you choose to just cut out a market, you are cutting your own throat, shooting yourself in the foot immediately. And I truly believe that. So that, and the quality has gone down as well. Hey to everyone who joined the chat. So that is Victoria's Secret's issue in a nutshell. And I want to carry that over to your business, especially eBay, Amazon. It's great to niche in a product. And if you have enough market space to sell enough merchandise that you only need to sell to a size 1, great. But if you can't make it and you struggle selling to a size 1, you better be open to selling to size 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10s. You can't limit yourself to what you are offering to the marketplace. Otherwise, you will run into huge problems like Victoria's Secret's running into. Now, on the flip side of Victoria's Secret, there are 2 companies that are absolutely taking advantage of this problem that Victoria's Secret is having. And so one is Target. Does anybody know what Target released this week in competition with Victoria's Secret? If you don't, it is a new lingerie line for plus size. It is lingerie for bigger women. It is underwear. It is clothing. It is pajamas. They are absolutely competing with them, and they want to take them down. They want to take those 2.3 or 3.2 million or whatever millions of customers that they have and bring them to Target for under $20 price points. And that's Target's like ridiculous plan, and it's going to work. I got to be honest that Target will destroy Victoria's Secret. I mean, absolutely destroy them in that marketplace. That's just the way it is. Target's a beast and a monster that you can't poke on. So I think that was a huge mistake for Target. Huge mistake. Okay. So, and I think it's great for bigger women and plus size women that want somewhere else to shop. So, okay. So, yeah, thanks for the thumbs up, Justin. Appreciate that. So how do we take advantage of it and make money on these companies going out of business? Well, here's what's going to happen. Companies are going to start liquidating, and eventually they're going to start selling this merchandise for 25 cents, 20 cents, 15 cents on the dollar. There's going to be thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of pairs of Payless shoes going all over the place. I wouldn't totally recommend Payless stuff. Charlotte Russe doesn't sell very well on eBay, Amazon resale, but if you're able to buy it up in bulk for 20 cents, 30 cents a unit, it's potential to make some money. Now, these are all going to go to wholesale and bulk. They're going to sell, bulk pallets of this stuff to third parties. You might find it on Bstock. You might find it on liquidation.com. Bulk might end up with some of it. Gen Con might end up. There's a ton of companies that are going to, what's up, Wade? Wade Venture in the house, that are going to go to liquidating these thousands and thousands of pallets. I mean, think about a store with 1,000 stores, even after their 50% and 75% off sales, which keep an eye at the end of Charlotte Russe's sales and Payless shoes. They're targeting for the end of March and April to sell all the stuff in the store. So the sales today were 30%, but they're going to go to 50 and 70%, probably 90% eventually. So something to keep an eye on as well. Yeah, Walmart is bigger than Target, but Target specifically created a line of lingerie to compete with Victoria's Secret. There was also another company, it's online. Was it called Third Love, I think it's called? Somebody, a woman in the chat maybe can tell me. Third Love, is that what it's called? They do lingerie and bras and underwear and stuff. They're competing directly with Victoria's Secret as well. And when the CEO had those rude comments, the CEO of Third Love actually shot back at him and said, we invite all women of all sizes and shapes to shop in our store. And they do have a plus size line and plus sizes. So good on them for doing that. Yeah, Victoria's Secret resale value has definitely dropped. And it's no doubt that women are complaining about the quality that has gone way down. Obviously, I don't shop at Victoria's Secret, but they're saying that some of the bras are only lasting 2 or 3 washes. Some of the Even the yoga pants are starting to tear at the bottoms, are starting to stretch out really bad. And those yoga pants are like 40, 50 bucks. It's kind of a bolo. The yoga pants do still sell pretty well. But, you know, I was getting 25, 30 bucks for used ones. So something to keep an eye on there. VS is in trouble. They're doing really, really bad. Yvette Anderson says she bought 10 pair of Champion tennis shoes for $3 from Payless. Have sold them all in 2 months. That's pretty good flips. So something to keep an eye on as they do these. Fenty is getting a lot of press lately too. Yeah, that's a good call too. As these stores do liquidations and they do the 90% and then they end up on pallets down the road, they're not going to sell all the merchandise in the store during the liquidation. They've only got a month to do it. They are going to end up on pallets. And so I'll do some videos when I find some available and I'll link it out. Hopefully you guys can score on some because there's just going to be so much that you can't buy. I wish I had done YouTube videos about 4 years ago when Radio Shack went out of business, 5 years ago. Drive Time with Dave, you know, I was really heavily involved in doing business with him a lot more than I am now. We still are very good friends. We do business, but back then that's when I leased my office out of his, I subleased an office next to his building. It was actually part of the major building, but he had all of the spaces. So he rented them out to people and I rented one of them. At that time, he bought Radio Shack, had 72 pallets. We bought them. I believe it was right around 100 grand. It was a little more than $1,000 each shipped to the door. 72 pallets of Radio Shack merchandise when they liquidated and went out of business. And that deal turned into being worth $400,000 or $500,000. Now, it took months and months and months over the course of a year to make that money, but it was a several $100,000 in profit over a year. And it took, you know, we had to hire an employee who worked through the day. I helped work on it. Dave worked on it. I mean, it was crazy, but it was 72 pallets and that liquidation stuff was like 10 cents a unit, 5 cents a unit in some cases. And I wish I had done YouTube videos. I would have videoed all those pallets. It would have been crazy. But unfortunately, I didn't know that YouTube was a place to post my thrifting and my reselling at the time. So it's something to look out for, and I'll be sure to post it for you guys at that point. So Target is partnering with Vineyard Vines. Absolutely. 100%. Target isn't competing with the new line. They sell a different product from VS, big women and small women. No, I understand. They're competing not with the product. They're competing for the customer. They want the customer that can't get something at Victoria's Secret to come shop at Target. So that they want those customers that are being left out of Victoria's Secret's market. That's all. So yeah, the Vineyard Vines collaboration at Target will not be an everyday thing. It will be just that one time, kind of like what was that, Hunter boots or whatever they were, kind of like that sort of thing. Yeah, so I did just, everyone who didn't see the eBay Open video, please go watch it. If you want to get booked in, you need to do it soon. I booked my hotel tonight in Vegas. It only requires like somewhere between a $50 and $100 deposit, depending on how many nights and stuff that you go. So you can book your room at Mandalay Bay. You don't have to pay the balance, the $600 or $700 balance, whatever. You know, if you stay, you know, 5 nights, you're looking at around $750. So you pay the $50 deposit, you're going to owe them $500 or $700. You don't have to pay that until the day you check in. So you've got April, May, June, you got 4 months, 4.5 months to pay that. So that's something, if you want to book the hotel room, you can go ahead and do. Your flights, some of the days are really limited to only nights or only days. I actually backed my room up one day because I wanted to come in Monday, but there were like no flights until midnight. There's no point in landing at midnight and staying overnight. I might as well just come in the day before, and at that point, and you know, it's a waste of a hotel room. I might as well spend that extra $150 on instead of a hotel room on changing the flight days and staying an extra day. So that's what I did. Casey, am I going to be at the Sky Lounge before open again this year? Yes. So we are... one night's room is your deposit. Yeah, Adam, that's right. Yeah, so I think my deposit was like $70 because the cheapest night of the room that I got was $70. Some of them were like $119. My average night per room out the door was like $145. Everything said and done for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So 6 nights, and I'm paying. I think it was like what, 700 or 8, right under 800, 792 or 800. So I owe them like $730. I think something like that. If you cancel 3 days before arrival, you get your deposit back. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have a meetup in the Skyfall Lounge at like 6:37 p.m. on Monday, July 22nd, like we did last year. I have some guests I'm inviting. It's a public venue. Anybody can go in, but I'm specifically having a meetup for my guests, my private friends, and for the VIP group, I'm going to have, a meetup of all the VIP members. So if you're part of that group, you don't have to be a part of that group. It's a public bar. Anyone can come in there. Some people were a little confused with that, whether or not I would be closing down the bar. Unfortunately, they don't really allow that. They won't shut it down. So anybody can come in and roam free. Just come in and hang out with us. Perfectly fine. I just wanted to clear that up for everybody. And then Tuesday, you guys can... I'll be hanging out at the pool a lot, like I do, but Tuesday all day I'm going to be in a private cabana. I've sold it out, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. I've got everybody pretty much locked up for that. I've got to talk to a couple more people. I've got like 2 spots open, but I think they're going to be taken, or 3. I got to talk to a few of my Wisconsin fans who will want to be there, who were there last year. So, long story short, Tuesday I'll be in a cabana all day. But you guys are welcome to come hang out at the pool, come hang out all the time. We'll do whatever we want to do. Yeah, so we'll obviously be at the party all night Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you've never been to eBay Open, please go. Please go. Just for the room, Adam, 840. Yes, we totally in. No worries, no life. Thank you. So I want to open up Q&A. Somebody told me to go ahead and get to Q&A within the first 15 minutes. So this is live show Q&A. Whatever you have questions on eBay, Amazon, Posh, Etsy, I don't do, unfortunately. I wish I could help you there, but I can't. But I can help you on anything else that you want. And as always, if you need more help in depth, you can join our private Facebook group. It's linked below, along with all the other things you might need. Check out the links. Check out the website, rockstarflipperonline.com, and see if there's anything we can help you with. But right now, open to the questions. What do you guys got for me? Yeah, Jason, no worries on the cabana. I'll message everyone in the group chat. We have a big group chat, so if you're in that group chat, I'll message everyone when I get off here. I'll meet you there to start the wolf pack. Drew, yeah. Look through the Savannah windows. What is that? Can I wear my Rockstar t-shirt? Absolutely, Sandy. Anytime you want to wear it. If you guys want Rockstar t-shirts for the Vegas trip, you can order them. They're through Amazon merch. They're linked on my website, and they're also linked on Instagram. I think they're below. If they're not below, just message me, and I'll get you a link. They're $20. You can have them shipped. They're the ones you see me in the black one. I have a gray one. I have a couple others. My mom has the pink one. So they're available in, like, black, pink, I think a dark blue, gray. They're available in, like, 4 or 5 colors. When will you ever going to visit Dallas? I just was in Dallas in October for Posh Fest, so I don't know when I'll be back, but I was just there. Do you have a tutorial on lighting? Yes, Renee, I have videos on taking photography for eBay and Amazon and Posh. If you search my YouTube channel for photography, or email me later and I'll send you the links, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Also, down below is the setup that I use. It's this lighting kit right here. I have 2 of them. And our background and background stand, you can pick those up. You can put the whole setup together for $100. Those lights are like $63, $65. The background stand that we use to hold the background was like $30, so that's $95. And then the background paper you can buy for like $10, $11. So it's like $100, $101. Or like $110, $111, something like that. Somewhere between $110, something like that. For the entire setup. It will change your entire life. And then you can buy the little light boxes, I think are $30, $40. You can set them up too. So that's all very easy to upgrade your light to take good photos, to sell products. Listen, the old saying that photos are, $1 million photo, 1,000, photos speak for themselves, photos sell products, all those different sayings, absolutely true. A picture's worth 1,000 words. It all is true. It rings true, definitely. So, okay, hey, Gate City Picker, what's up? Is Posh only fashion? If they are, do you know if they will ever expand to other things you could sell? So, Poshmark is fashion, clothing, shoes, accessories like belts, hats, jewelry, and makeup. So you can sell all the above on Posh. What you can't sell is hard goods, home goods, electronics, things like that you can't sell. But anything fashion, makeup, accessory, or jewelry, you can. Absolutely. I have very few people clicking on my store. Auction style has many more clicks. Do customers have access to stores like auctions? So the auctions typically on eBay get more views because they generate traffic through ending soonest, and also the auctions will sometimes come up better in search. Once the auctions get closer to ending, typically you'll see an increase in views there as well. If your buy it nows aren't getting any views, if they're getting just a couple views or no views, then it might be a title problem, or you might be priced entirely too high. Remember, you could have a great item with a great title. A lot of shoppers choose sort by price lowest first. And so if most of the items are 10, 10, 10, 11, 12, 12, and yours is $35, you're going to appear 2 or 3 pages back. No one's ever going to scroll far enough to see you, which is the other reason why when people ask about, oh, well, I know it's worth 30 bucks, but I priced it at 80 with best offer so I can get it. I'm like, well, that's great, but you're never going to get any offers because no one's going to scroll far enough back to find your $80 item to make the offer because it's just too high. So it could be any combination of things. You can email me certainly, and I'll take a look. Let's see. I've heard of eBay's free Terror Peek. Is it already available, and how is it accessed? Great question. I was supposed to look into that this week. I forgot. I'll look into it tonight and tomorrow. Remind me. Shoot me an email or a message and remind me to get going on Terror Peek. It's not available to everyone, but it's supposed to be converting over. I didn't check if it was available to me yet. I forgot. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the super chat. $20 from Elizabeth Hankins. Hopefully, she's going to be in Las Vegas. Jennifer R, thank you. Your first time live. Elizabeth, you going to be in Las Vegas with us? I hope you are. Would you sell threadless and Imagination Foundation tees on eBay or Posh? I would have to look them up. Probably cross-post them on both of them. I have heard that Posh might expand to home goods. It's possible. How would you keep track of cross-posted inventory if you wanted to cross-post hundreds of items? Joshua, you don't need to keep track of every item. What you need to do is as soon as an item sells, you need to remove it from one platform to the other. Don't leave them up longer than they have to. And if you have to cancel an order, I don't condone it. Cancel it on Posh because eBay will ding you unless you choose buyer selected, which is lying, and you don't want to do that. How does offer to watchers work on eBay? So they're putting it onto the main active listing page where you'll be able to select the items that have watchers and then send them an offer. It is not rolled out to everyone. I heard it was supposed to be by the end of the month. It is not on my page yet. Last I checked, I still don't have it. So we'll just have to hang around a week. How do you decide a fair value for personal items you want to sell for tax purposes? Good question. So if you sell a personal item that you own for $30, your gross sales and your fees and everything would be reported less that item. If you're pulling it out, like it's my personal shirt that I've worn for 5 years and I'm not selling it for a profit, I'm just selling it for $40, whatever. Your gross sales, you would just remove $40 out of your gross sales. And then if your fees, you know, your eBay fees were $400, you would take the 10%, the $4 that you paid on the shirt, and your eBay fees would only be $396 because you would be personally spending that expense and label and PayPal and eBay fee. So just remove that from all the totals. And that's how you would handle that. Do you have a video showing how to keep paperwork receipts organized to know how much your item listed costs when sold? I don't do item by item line item inventory itemization, but you certainly can use an Excel spreadsheet. I use QuickBooks. You can input every single item individually into QuickBooks if you'd like. You could also do cost averaging, where you just total up how many items you bought, how much you paid total, and divide it out, and then you'll have a cost average of all year long. So in other words, if you bought 1,000 items this year and you paid $2,000 for every trip that you went, total $2,000, you know that every single item had a $2 cost of goods. And so then when you go over to your solds, if you sold 500 items, your cost of goods sold for the year would be $1,000. And then your other half would be the inventory amount going forward. Definitely talk to a CPA about that if you have any issues. Any opinion on who's going to buy eBay? I do, in my gut, believe eBay is going to sell off at least some of its business. And if I had to guess, it's either going to be a private equity firm hedge fund, or it's possible, it's entirely possible, if they sell the classifieds and StubHub, it's going to go to some company we don't care about. But if they sell the eBay core business, the selling platform, and that's a big if, my two front runners would certainly have to be Walmart. I think that Walmart could do a lot with it, or Google. I believe Amazon would be in the running, but I think the government would have something to say about that. It's just my thoughts. So those are my three tops. I would put Walmart in first. I'd put Google second, but I don't think Google's really that interested in it. I got to be honest. I would put Amazon ahead of Google in interest, but I would put Google ahead of Amazon as far as who would be more viable to buy it. I don't believe either of those two companies are going to end up with it. If they sell it, I believe it would be Walmart. That's my guess. I could be way off there. Hey, bro, for my taking picture for smaller items to sell, I create and reused an old storage cabinet, then added a light inside to have a good picture. Yeah, you can certainly make your own light box. That is no doubt a great idea. A lot of people do that. Lots of workshops for newbies. eBay Open is definitely the conference size aimed at newbies, conference side. For experienced sellers, you know, myself, for social media people, it's more about the networking and learning. If you're a newbie, you definitely need a network. Do not sit in the corner and hide. Don't sit in your room and hide. Come find me, and I'll introduce you to anybody you want to talk to anytime. Just come hunt me down. I'm going to create myself an app, like a Locate Rockstar app, as we go around Vegas, and you guys can just ping me up and find me. It's probably a really bad idea. It might come in handy when I get lost, though. Bren. I spend a whole day sourcing and come home with maybe 10 items on a good day. I try to only buy something that makes 20 plus profit. Well, I mean, it depends, Bren, on your city, how many stores you have, how many stores you get to every day, what kind of prices they have. And you're putting yourself, you know, at a $20 profit, which is fair. Maybe you could try at like 15, 16 profit and add a little bit more inventory, or you can start niching out to other categories like electronics or home goods or, you know, collectibles, whatever you don't sell, to try to, you know, maybe you could find an extra 2 or 3 collectibles or electronics every day, and now all of a sudden you found an extra 15 or 20 items over the course of the week. So definitely expanding is a good idea. Do I use Terapeak? No, I used to use Terapeak like 3 years ago, Dominic, and I definitely want to start using it again. It's a great tool, and I need to remember to do it. I keep forgetting. Amazon did try auctions. That's a good point. L Page, really good point. A lot of people don't realize Amazon did auctions way back when. In fact, there's an interview you can watch with Jeff Bezos from like, I'm going to guess circa 98, 99, maybe right around 2000, the turn of the century there, that he talked about Amazon auctions being the future. Boy, was he wrong. Instant satisfaction, instant gratification, Mr. Bezos. Elizabeth Hankins, are you still in the chat? I was curious if you were going to eBay Open. eBay's podcast did say that Terapeak would be available early March. I think a basic store better, absolutely. And they'll send out an email. So we have not received the email. I guess this is still early March. This is week 1. Tomorrow's the 8th. So we'll just have to wait and see when it becomes available. Evernote's a good way to track receipts. Yes, I used to use Turbo Scanner and Evernote. Those are still on my phone. I still use them from time to time. I will buy a shirt from you. I learned a lot. It's worth the investment. Thank you, No Life. Appreciate that. It's on the merch site. If you go to Amazon.com, you can just search for Rockstar Flipper, all one word. I think it comes up. I think. It's actually merch by Amazon, but if you just type in Rockstar Flipper, I'm pretty sure the shirts pop up. Yep, they do. You just search in Rockstar Flipper and they pop up. There's 2 of them. I'm not really sure. There might be 2 different designs. I'm not totally positive which ones are up there. Yeah, there's 2 different designs. One is like graphic circle and one is like lines. So, and you should be able to choose multiple colors, I think. I ordered mine a while ago. So what's the difference between wholesale and liquidators? Okay, so the smallest profit I'll buy is like $10, $12. Wholesale and liquidators, when you talk to most audiences, they don't know that there's really a difference. It's kind of the same to them. Liquidation, bulk, wholesale, the whole thing. There is a difference between wholesale and liquidator. So a wholesale contract would be something that you get like, I'll say Walmart. Walmart supplies you, wholesale with, pallets of merchandise that's been returned. That could technically be a wholesale. A liquidation is when something is being liquefied down. So Payless is going out of business, and you're going to buy up all the pallets as they go out of business. That's liquidating Payless's inventory because they've gone out of business. They're gone. They're not a wholesale supplier that's going to keep supplying you. A wholesaler is somebody that you can keep getting supplied with. It may not be the same merchandise over and over. It may be different. It may be the same, but essentially that's the difference between wholesale and and liquidations. It's just a small difference. But for most people, they just want to buy something in bulk. They might use the wrong word, but that's pretty much what it covers. What's the best thing to do with inventory that is sitting and not selling? Put it on auction, lot it together, or try it on a different platform. Those are my first 3 suggestions in that order. And if that doesn't work, then bulk lot a bunch of stuff together and try selling it that way. Hey, Reseller King, what's up? Do you all use the share listing option on eBay? I have a small store, so I love it. Brings more traffic. I do not usually. It's Luigi. What's up? Yeah, Adam, appreciate that. You guys, if you appreciate the video and the information, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate all the thumbs up. Making besides social media, where else do you share? All of my sharing goes on social media. Obviously, my Facebook group, Facebook page, my business page, and then my Instagram, which also auto shares to Twitter. My eBay store, I mail out sometimes. And it's Luigi. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that, bud. I email that out in my email list as well. If you're not on my email list, I send out video updates, products, specials, pricing, discounts, courses, training, everything. You can join at rockstarflipperonline.com. Free. Just jump on the email list. Goodwill will be going out of business with their high prices. No, unfortunately, it's going to be hard for Goodwill to have trouble when they get everything for free. You can't really go out of business when everything's free. Your overhead is very, very limited then. Thank you. It's Luigi. I really appreciate the subscription. Kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Elizabeth, I was just asking if you were going to eBay Open. That's, Oh, it just told me you subscribed, Luigi. It just told me you did. So, if you were already subscribed, sorry about that. Have I used the PayPal Cash Card? It's another debit card they have with a chip built in. I think PayPal trying to pay. I just have the normal PayPal debit card. I thought my wallet was here. I don't know. It's somewhere around here. I just have the normal PayPal card and just use that wherever. I've used it for years. You think Facebook, since they have a marketplace, could buy part of eBay? Facebook is not in the market of being a facilitator and a third party. I believe that Facebook is plenty happy with their advertising and their marketing. I don't see them trying to get into any kind of e-commerce platform. I'd be shocked if it was them. Anything can happen, but I would be completely shocked and all if that was the case. Smash the like button. Appreciate it. The old raking term. Smash the like button. Also, if you don't subscribe to my channel and you watch it, but you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, as you will get the notifications. You can turn them on using that bell. And when we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're getting closer. That number is actually bigger than what it's showing on there. I'm going to do a big giveaway. I don't know what yet. I'm going to take suggestions when I clear 90 or 95,000 for a giveaway. But I'm going to do a big giveaway. Can't wait. So, yeah. I seen a username in Amazon, Goodwill Books. It is Goodwill. Absolutely. I saw where PayPal isn't a sponsor for this year. Yeah, they got rid of PayPal. Economic downturns. Definitely look for merchandise cheap, for sure. 100%. I've been looking into buying in bulk, but seems like every lot I'm interested in be barely making half the amount I put in. Yeah, so bulk purchasing is not cheap, and it's not going to be the same profit margins you're used to when you buy a $2 item from a thrift store and flip it for 25 or 30. You're going to buy an item for $5 in bulk or $4 in bulk, and you're going to sell it, and you're going to put in your pocket $8, $9. You're going to double your money, maybe triple your money if you're lucky. Wholesale purchasing only works with big margins if you get a really good deal, if you find a good wholesaler and you're buying the right stuff. There are places to do it, for sure. Do I think Craigslist is dead? No, you can purchase on Craigslist. Selling on Craigslist is a little hard, but purchasing is good. Thrift stores do have donation bins. In fact, there's one that collects all books in our area. It's everywhere. It's a great business. Great, great business. Boom, bubble, bust, repeat. Thank you so much. How are all the stores dying? Because the rent inside of malls and retail brick and mortar is expensive. The employees, the insurance, the overhead, the lights, the water, the inventory kept in stock. Nobody is going to these stores and shopping like they did in the 2000s or the 99s or the 90s. These stores can't sell enough stuff. When you think about, let's take an average store. Let's take that Charlotte Russe store that I went to today and filmed and went out of business. A Charlotte Russe store inside of the mall, and I'm going to pop the calculator open here. Actually, I'll do it on my phone so you guys can see. So that store's rent inside of the mall, and this is a pure guess. If it's a big store, if it was less, because listen, a kiosk, a normal kiosk during off season is like $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So you know that store is at least 2-3 times that amount, right? At least. You're talking about $10,000 a month in rent for one store. Now you're talking about an electric bill that's probably $1,000, $2,000. We'll just say $1,500. I think would probably be a reasonable. They've got water, they've got alarms, they've got internet, they've got insurance. You're talking another couple $1,000s, maybe $2,500 in random bills. Now you're talking about employees. On any given day, they're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's 12 hours. They're employing probably 8 to 10 employees. So let's say 120 man hours at $9 an hour is another $1,000 a day. They're open, you know, out of that amount, 30 days in a month. That's, you know, 32,400 of those. So you're talking about $32,000 plus 14. Their break even on that store is probably close to $50,000. That means they have to make $1,666 a day just to break even in profit. Assuming they're selling a $20 shirt that they probably paid $5 for or $4 for, they're making $15 an item. And this is all pure guesses. If they could make $16 an item, they would have to sell 105 shirts a day just to break even. 105 pieces, 100 pieces just to keep the lights on. And that's why stores are closing. Ruben, if you want to start with it, I would look at some of the videos, like my most popular. Go to my YouTube channel, sort it by most viewed, and then watch some of those videos about some of the most profitable items. Watch some of my more recent videos too. There's a lot of good videos to watch. Yeah, mall kiosks are like $3,000. The mall rent overhead is also way high. Yeah, I bet those stores are costing $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. And everyone's just ordering online. Sandy, eBay is going to receive your payments for you through a processor called Adyen, whatever it is, and you will be paid to your bank account every day, which I think you have to transfer, not 100% sure. Yeah, there's not even, you know, yeah, but your cost to operate doesn't jump to $30,000. If you notice you're losing money, you can change, cut back, or do something differently. That's true, but as soon as you sign that lease for that mall, you're paying $8,000 to $10,000 a month in rent. You're paying a couple, $3,000, $4,000 a month in electric and water and alarm. You're paying $8,000 to $10,000, $12,000 a week in payroll. You're immediately spending $40,000, $50,000, you know, even $30,000 or $40,000 a month in overhead just to operate that store. That's what you have to take into account. Hey, Bill, what's up? Bill and Dave. Agree online is where everything is going now. Jobs online and people work from home. Yeah, I mean, there's just no future. So I want to ask the chat a question. Do you guys think that malls in the next 2 or 3 years, if these stores keep closing at the rate that they're closing, just this week, over 4,000 brick and mortar stores closed. 4,000 locations. You're talking about 400 Family Dollar stores. You're talking about 1,000, or 1,400 Payless stores. You're talking about another 1,000 between Gymboree and over 1,000. Gymboree and Charlotte Russe has quite 800 or 1,000. You're talking almost 4,000 stores closing in the week's notice. Like in the next month, they'll all be gone. Do you think that malls are going to start closing down? With Macy's and Sears and JCPenney all hanging by a thread, at least one of those three is going to be gone by the end of the year. One of them is going to announce they can't hold on and they're going to leave their locations. Also, the Toys R Us's are closed now. My Toys R Us was in the parking lot of the mall. It's been empty since. It was only open in October for the Spirit Halloween store. Do you think that malls are going to start closing? Do we think that it's just going to become a ghost town? So somebody just said, Mark said, how would you like to be a mall owner right now? Malls will definitely die off. I see rundown malls where I live barely scraping by. Yeah, there's a mall up in the college area here in Tampa. It's called USF. The University of South Florida is actually in Tampa, and it is dying. It is dead. They have already knocked down a bunch of a section of it. It is going to close in the next year or two. And I'm just wondering if there's going to be malls left, like at all. Maybe, you know, we have outlet malls here in Florida. We have Prime Outlets and Ellington Outlets and Orlando and Vineland. But I think malls as a whole are going to go away and that they're going to have to turn it into something more profitable. If stores close like that, what's going to happen to Black Friday sales every single year? Will that be around? It'll be online sales like Cyber Monday, I would imagine. I mean, that's just a really good guess. JCPenney is the only chain store we got here. So, no, JCPenney's in big trouble. Bon-Ton and Sears both closing. Yeah, our Bon-Tons are gone. Almost antique, going to work, listening. Thank you so much. A lot of older people go to the malls? No, there's never any older people in our malls. Never. Strip malls. Yeah, a lot of strip malls here do okay because they're kind of like strip malls here are, like, for example, there's one just down the road. It's a Chipotle. It's a, like a haircut, like the Sports Clips haircut place. There's a Publix in the shopping center. It's like a little L-shaped thing. So there's like a Publix and a pet supermarket and then a Chipotle on the corner and then a Sports Clips and like a UPS store. And so there's some stuff that kind of anchors those strip malls and people run in and out of those. The idea of parking your car in a giant parking lot and then going into a mall and walking through a mall, I just don't think it's appealing to people anymore, even teenagers and young kids. It's a place to hang out. Dwayne Dooley is just quoting Citrus Park Mall, which is about 30, 40 minutes from me. I haven't been over there in probably 2 years, 3 years. Modest Mouse. Outlet malls, to be left, there's a lot of people that shop it. I think the outlet malls will do okay. Aaron says malls will be our future retirement home. That's kind of funny. I've been seeing lots of Dollar Tree stores. Yeah, Dollar Tree has a lot. They've like 6,000 locations. Outdoor malls. The big pet stores are okay because people need stuff for their pets right away. And going online isn't like mainstream yet. Chewy.com we order from, but not everything. I still buy dog treats out in town. Chewy.com, we bought like toys. We bought some other stuff for them, but not a lot. The rent is much less at strip malls. That's true. Very true. Companies close even during good economies from pure competition and innovation. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm just, it's not a Chicken Little thing. It's just a fact. Stores are closing. I'm just wondering if this is going to affect more and more malls closing down. They're already closing. I'm just wondering if a ton of malls are going to end up going ghost town like we already see. Yeah, Claire's is in huge trouble. If you missed the video, Claire's had some poison makeup killing kids. At least it could kill them. It didn't kill anyone directly, but man, can you imagine putting that stuff on your face? Mall life being over. Is reselling killing malls? Should that be the question? I think reselling has a part in it. Yeah, I mean, people are able to go online to Poshmark and eBay and Amazon and buy stuff, and they don't have to go to the mall. They can go online and buy a gently used pair of jeans for $15 or $20. Why are they going to go to the mall and spend $50 or $60? I mean, it's just not reasonable. It's you know, me even going into like a Men's Warehouse and spending $50 on a pair of pants or $60 on a pair of pants, you know, waiting for the buy one, get one half off because they're $110, $120 normally. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't do well for the bank account, and it's silly to spend that much money. So I think reselling definitely plays a big part in it. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar Store seem to do pretty well. Around here, we have a lot of them. They do okay. They're a little bit busy. I did a video on it today. Is drop shipping hurting the malls? I think drop shipping is probably more products that you wouldn't think about so much at the malls. Mark, that's a good question. I don't know. Jason, Prof Sales, might be able to help you with that a little more. Yeah, the more stuff that's online, it's like fast food. They make it cheaper to close. Yeah, the problem with, you know, the instant gratification, I needed an adapter, a cable for something. I ran to Best Buy and bought it. I paid $20 for something I could have got on Amazon for like $7.95, but I needed it for that particular night, and I didn't want to wait 2 or 3 days. I needed to do it, so I went to Best Buy and I bought it. I paid $19.95 for an adapter or a stupid cable or whatever it was that I bought. I'm trying to remember. It was the cable that I bought, and paid it. There was nothing I could do. Yeah, so being a reseller is definitely a good opportunity right now to make money. Buy liquidations, buy pallets, buy things that are cheap, buy them 10 cents on the dollar. Cash is king. Stuff away your cash, so when these companies start offering up pallets and liquidations and you can find them, you'll be the one that's able to buy a couple of them and make a few $1,000s off your efforts. So keep that in mind. Cash is always king, guys. If you can offer cash to people that are desperate for the money, they will they'll sell you the stuff for almost anything. It's how people, you know, it's how I used to run the entire business of buying off Craigslist and saying, oh, you want $100? I've got 50. The item was worth 125. They wanted 100. I'm like, well, yeah, I could buy it, make 20 bucks, 25, but I'd be like, 50 bucks, take it or leave it. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, they'd call back and say, all right, fine, I just need cash. I need gas money. I need food money. And they'd take it and they'd run. And so that's how I ran the whole business. So good bet on having money. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? Okay, so what's all this struggling stores have in common? Don't have a strong online presence. Gate City Picker, that's very true. A lot of their online stores suck. What do you see reselling in 2 years? I see it doing a complete 360 to where it gets, you know, a lot of people start reselling and stop, and it's just kind of a cycle. I would say next year reselling will kind of become more whoever has the cash and can buy as much as possible. You're going to have to buy in bulk. There's always going to be a market for people to buy and thrift and do one of. And it's a great way to make extra money. It's a great way to make a living. It's a great way to even go full time. But at some point you have to save enough cash and you have to buy, you know, be able to buy lots and pallets or bulk or buy out somebody's inventory, which is something that I do quite often. You have to be able to buy a lot of merchandise at one time and not try to bring home 10 pieces a day. It's a great way to start. Don't get me wrong, for everyone. Part-time, kids, family, limited money, limited capital. Great way to start. But you have to scale up at some point. Walmart has strange things going on. Better than pawns. Has anyone noticed that eBay tends to open up the visibility on auctions versus buy now? Yeah, auctions tend to bring in more traffic. Also, when they get closer to ending, they bring in a lot of traffic. So, good. All right. Well, we've been on for 46 minutes. I'm going to let you guys get back to your normal daily, nightly routines. I know that Jason, Thrift Trader, will be on live in a little while, 10 o'clock, so check him out, 9 o'clock Central. If you don't know his YouTube channel, just type in Thrift Trader or youtube.com/Thrift Trader. Jason Deason is there. Check him out. He's a great guy. And anything else, any other questions, comment them below. Check out the other video I did about Charlotte Russe. If you missed it, it posted right before the live show because YouTube is all jacked up tonight. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button before you leave and make sure you're on my email list, rockstarflipperonline.com. And if you are interested, we put out the special for the training. All 3 trainings with the bolos, with the guides, with the 1 year of the group membership, with everything, all for one special low price. It's linked right below. You get everything in a package, eBay, Amazon, and Posh. If you're interested, I know some of you still wanted it, so please check it out. It is worth every penny, and we will take care of you. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and I will see you next time.